The most important thing the Taliban ever taught me was that if you throw enough people in Toyotas at something, you can get anything. And with that dogged determination, I promise to you to bring that to the governor's race back here in 2026.
Do you think 762s would fix all our solutions?
Yes.
I believe so. 762 by 49 could fix all our solutions. We didn't switch that.
No, yeah, 762, right?
Yes.
You know, I was a 240, I was a machine gunner in Afghanistan, right? Right, so I'm just continually pumping up the answers, right? I'll take the answers from this constituents. What did you want to ask me, sir? I'm going to be your next governor. I want to hear from the voter.
I was just curious if you think 762s would.
762 is way better. The AK can shoot fucking rocks. I do prefer the M4 though. For this one solid reason. For hunting cores, it's easy to shoot. The buffers on the M4s and the, I guess the AR-15.
What about the Grendel, bud? What about the Grendel? So 6.7. So the 6.7?
My preferred handgun is actually a 1911. I prefer a 45.
45.
Now, here's the thing about a 45. There's a difference between a 9mm and a 45. It's not the muzzle velocity or the slight range bullet. They discovered that, like, if you shoot somebody, right, it leaves a slightly bigger hole. That's why it's better for self-defense.
I like a cheaper made, heavier handgun with a 10 or a 40. You know, that's about perfect. But a 10 or a 40, got my weight to it, don't go nowhere. Perfect.
You might consider this. I was in the Army, so all our weapons were made by Colt. So I'm kind of a whore, right? I like the things I like. You know, when I grew up, right, I used to like the Hawkeyes, right, when they were good. Now, but then as soon as I graduated from Iowa State, I had to be, you know, an Iowa State fan, right? You can agree that. But man, it's so weird seeing the Hawkeyes lose in a fucking Cyclones win, right? Used to be back in the day, you might as well change it to the Iowa State Felons, right? Do you remember when the entire basketball team got, like, arrested for hitting up a liquor store, right? And the Huskers were decent, I guess. I don't know. It's okay. Fucking we beat Kansas State. I went there too. Fucking shout out to Fort Riley.
Skylar Thompson, bud, Kansas State, Miami Dolphins, Steelers, bud, my cousin, bud, just
Oh, yeah?
Hell yeah.
Well, back when Kansas State was good, you know Kansas State lost last Sunday to the fucking Army? Who would have thought that? Right? Army being 10-2, Iowa State being 10-2, Iowa having like a bad season, but it was still a winning season, right? Like, I feel bad for you, right? Like, you know, everybody goes through slumps. Like, Iowa State went through it for 50 fucking years, right? It's our one chance to be good, and I can't wait for the inevitable downfall, right? Let's keep this governor's race open, right? That's more of a chance for me to run. I want more people to run, right? I want more people to think and look at their government and it's like, boy, that's doing terrible. I bet I could do a much better job. I can't sit down like Bobcat. You know, it's ironic Bobcat is like that. I got compared to Bobcat Goldthwait the other day, which means that's right, ladies and gentlemen. I recently signed a contract to be part of Police Academy 6. We're running out of ideas 20 years ago, but everything is getting rebooted, right? Bobcat Goldthwait isn't doing that voice anymore. Like, I imagine I could pass that as his son, right? I can do the voice. I'm already opening for bands, right? I feel like I could put that ethos in, right? I feel like I would be the best replacement in Police Academy 6, right? It's a right time, right? You know, they're bringing Nick Gun Series back. Why not a Police Academy? I promise I would be the best replacement for that fucking weirdo. We can do it where I even, like, play as a petty criminal. Because I was a petty criminal, right? You know, I don't know how many police officers it takes to beat the shit out of me, but I do know how much they try, right? One time I got mugged, right? And a police officer came by after I beat him off. I beat off the monkey. I beat him off real bad, right? And anyways, he ran off, and this police officer came up, and he was like, "Hey, I just saw what happened. It was kind of awesome. Like you hurt the guy. He was trying to mug you." I was like, "Thanks for helping. You know, like I could have really used your help after he attacked me, but what's going on?" And he was like, so he tried to attack you. I'm like, "Yeah, he's that way. You should go after him." He's like, "Well, he's far." Right? And he was like, "Have you been drinking tonight?" I was like, "Yes." And then I was mugged. And he was like, "Well, you can't." I was like, "Well, fuck you, go after the guy." And he was like, "Well, fuck you." And I was like, "Fuck you, fascist." And he was like, "Pour out that beer." So I poured out the beer, and he flipped him off, which is not how you should respond to police officers. They get really mad about that. And we were fighting. And then he called in about 6 of his brothers. So, anyways, that's why I go up today as Tom Michaelson. That was somebody else's guy, right? I can't wait to replace my name again, right? Did Tom Michaelson have another birthday, right? I'm going to turn 38 years old this year. Is that young? Is that old? Is that young enough to where anybody would help me, right? I broke my arm, right? I tripped and I fell. That seems like an old person thing. And it still hasn't come back yet. It's been about 6 weeks, but it'll probably take another 2 weeks to hold, you know? Anyways, I broke my right arm, right? And the first thing I learned after breaking my right arm was how to immediately jerk off with my left arm, right? That was like the first thing I learned, right? I didn't even wait to go to the doctor, right? And I got the VA, right? So like I'll just go the next day. They're just gonna like give me a salt tablet, have me at it, you know. Anybody here a fan of the Department of War? Boo, right? You know what? That's a sad thing to say too, because I was also part of the Department of Defense. And guess what? That's still something. Now I'm a proud supporter of the Department of Veteran Affairs. So I get to die for my country at least twice, right? Well, I love making it here to Iowa City. I'm so sorry that you guys lost. Take it to consolidation and like you win most of the time. You win most of the time. That's what fucking Iowa does. Anybody else here happy that the Iowa State's over? Iowa State Fair is over. Anybody have any lasting things? Anybody have any hogs or anything up there? Well, I'm sorry to miss the Iowa State Fair. Someday I will be big enough to perform at the Iowa State Fair. And y'all gotta have your money for it. Bob, you ready to come back for your last set? You still want to hang out?
I mean, I'm enjoying your set.
All right, man. I love you so much, Bob, for fucking bringing this all together, for catching me part of this. I'm not blowing on your microphone this time. So, I'm still going live. Double feature. You can watch the first half of this performance on Tom Michaelson on Facebook. I'm streaming now as Michael Thompson on also Facebook. I was hoping to stream it on Instagram, but apparently I don't have enough followers. So if you have any friends, right, and if you're watching this on Bobcat's Instagram, make sure to follow me as Michael Thompson on YouTube, and also Tom Michaelson for Governor on YouTube, and Michael.Thompson on Instagram. I would love to get that. And if you're watching me on Facebook and you have an Instagram on there and you aren't following me on the Instagram there already, check me out on Instagram at Michael.Thompson. And I'm going to keep this live stream going for my buddy. I want to thank out my newest voter, Harlan, for
live.
doing that little segment with me live. Make sure to vote Tom Michaelson November 3rd, 2026. I'm currently the front runner of the Green Party of Iowa. I love you all. Thank you all. Love you all. Bye!
I'll hang out.
That's-